Let's talk about something real. Something that's holding a lot of guys back. We're talking about that little secret habit. You know what I'm saying? The one that's zapping your energy and crushing your confidence. It's time to face it head on because the truth is, it's messing with your life more than you think. The ancient Stoics, those dudes, were onto something. They knew that true power comes from mastering yourself, from controlling those primal urges that keep you chained down. They knew that discipline, man, that's where the real freedom is. So today we're diving deep, we're gonna break this thing down, understand the science behind it, and give you the tools to break free. Today's the day you take control, unleash your full potential, and become the best version of yourself. Are you ready? Let's do this. Let's talk about dopamine, that feel-good chemical in your brain. Every time you give in to that urge, you get a hit of dopamine. It's like a quick burst of pleasure, right? But here's the catch, it's a trap. You see, your brain loves this dopamine rush and it craves more, so you end up chasing that high, but the problem is, it doesn't last. It's like a sugar rush, man. You feel good for a little bit, then you crash. Hard. And that crash leaves you feeling drained, lethargic, and even more depleted than before. It's a vicious cycle. You chase the high, you crash, you repeat. It's like being stuck on a hamster wheel, going nowhere fast. And it's not just about the physical crash. This dopamine roller coaster messes with your mind too. It affects your focus, your motivation, your drive to go after what you really want in life. You're basically running on fumes, man. Think about it. How many times have you felt too drained to hit the gym, work on your goals, or even just engage in life after giving into that urge? It's like it sucks the life force right out of you. But here's the good news. You can break free from this cycle. You can take back control of your dopamine levels and your life. It's not going to be easy, but trust me, it's worth it. Imagine feeling energized, focused, and driven day in and day out. Imagine having the mental clarity and physical energy to conquer your goals and live life on your terms. That's the power of breaking free from this dopamine trap. Let's go back in time for a second, back to ancient Rome. These Stoic philosophers, guys like Marcus Aurelius, they were all about self-mastery. They knew that true strength came from controlling your impulses, not being ruled by them. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, he wrote about this in his personal journals, man. He talked about how our minds are constantly bombarded with desires, urges, temptations, and it's so easy to get swept away by them. But the Stoics, they believed in training their minds like athletes train their bodies. They practiced discipline, self-control, and delayed gratification. They knew that by resisting those immediate urges, they were building something far more valuable: inner strength. Think about it. When you resist that urge, that quick hit of dopamine, you're actually strengthening your willpower. You're telling your brain, hey, I'm in control here. I'm not going to be ruled by my impulses. And that, my friend, is where the real magic happens. That's when you start to tap into a different kind of power, a power that comes from within. It's the power to say no to instant gratification and yes to long-term fulfillment. It's like building a muscle. The more you exercise your self-control, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the easier it becomes to resist those urges and make choices that align with your goals. The Stoics, they were onto something, man. They understood that true freedom comes not from indulging in every desire, but from mastering them. So take a page from their book, start small, build that self-control muscle, and watch your life transform. We live in a world of instant gratification. Want something? Order it online, it's at your doorstep tomorrow. But this constant access to pleasure, it's making us weak, man. It's weakening our resolve. Think about it. When was the last time you really had to work for something you wanted? When was the last time you delayed gratification, resisted that urge for that quick hit of pleasure? See, self-control, it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. But when you challenge yourself, when you say no to that immediate urge, you're building strength. You're building resilience. And that strength, it spills over into every area of your life. You start making healthier choices. You're more disciplined with your work. You go after your goals with a newfound intensity. It's like you're finally in the driver's seat of your own life, man. You're no longer a slave to your impulses. You're calling the shots. And let me tell you, that feeling of control, of self-mastery, it's empowering, it's liberating. It's like you've unlocked a whole new level of existence. So start small. Set a challenge for yourself. Say no to that extra slice of pizza, resist that urge to scroll through social media for hours. Every time you say no, you're building that self-control muscle. You're becoming a stronger, more powerful version of yourself. Look, we all need something to strive for, something that gets us out of bed in the morning, a purpose, a mission. Because let me tell you, when you have a strong enough why, resisting those urges, it becomes a hell of a lot easier. Think about it. If you're just drifting through life, no real direction, it's easy to fall into those traps of instant gratification. But when you have a burning desire to achieve something great, something that truly matters to you, those urges, they lose their power. What gets you fired up? Is it building a business? Writing a book? Becoming the best version of yourself? Whatever it is, find it, define it, and let it fuel your fire. Write down your goals. Visualize yourself achieving them. Feel the emotions of success. Make it real in your mind, man. Because when you have that clear vision, that burning desire, it's like putting on blinders. All those distractions, those urges, they fade into the background. You're laser focused on what truly matters, and that's where the real power lies. It's not about suppressing your urges, it's about channeling that energy, that drive, into something positive, something productive. So find your why, let it be your guiding light, let it be the force that propels you forward, that helps you overcome any obstacle, any urge that stands in your way. Alright, let's get practical. We've talked about the why, now let's talk about the how. Breaking free from this habit, it's a mental game. And like any game, you need the right strategies to win. First things first, awareness. You gotta be aware of your triggers, man. What situations, what emotions, what times of day make you more susceptible to giving into that urge. Once you know your triggers, you can start to manage them. Next up, substitution. You're trying to break a pattern, a neural pathway in your brain. So replace that old habit with a new one. Something positive, something healthy. Hit the gym. Go for a run, learn a new skill, channel that energy into something productive, something that moves you closer to your goals. Another powerful tool, accountability. Find someone you trust, a friend, a mentor, a coach, and tell them what you're working on. Having someone to hold you accountable can make all the difference. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. You're gonna slip up, man, we all do. The key is to not beat yourself up about it, learn from it, get back on track, and keep moving forward. You're not alone in this, man. Countless guys have struggled with this habit, and countless guys have broken free and transformed their lives. I've had guys on my podcast, successful entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, you name it, who've shared their stories of overcoming this very challenge. And you know what they all say? It's one of the most empowering things they've ever done. They talk about the surge in energy, the boost in confidence, the clarity of mind they experience when they finally break free. They talk about how it impacts every area of their lives, their relationships, their careers, their overall sense of self-worth. One guy, he told me he used to feel trapped, like he was a slave to his urges, but after he broke free, he said it was like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. He finally felt in control of his life, his destiny. These stories, they're not meant to be some kind of motivational fluff. They're real, man, they're raw, and they're proof that change is possible. If they can do it, you can too. We've covered a lot of ground here, man. We've talked about the science, the strategies, the stories of transformation, but now it comes down to you. Are you ready to unleash your full potential? The power is within you, man. It's always been there, waiting to be unleashed. But it's up to you to take the first step. It's up to you to decide that enough is enough. No more excuses. No more letting this habit control your life. Today's the day you take back control. Today's the day you start living life on your terms. It's not going to be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, temptations along the way. But remember this, you are stronger than you think. You have the power within you to overcome anything. So I challenge you right now, make a decision. Commit to breaking free from this habit. Commit to unleashing your full potential. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. You've got this. I'm serious. You have the power to change your life, to break free from this habit and unleash the incredible potential within you. Remember those Stoics? They knew that true strength comes from mastering yourself, from controlling your impulses. This isn't about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about taking control and making choices that align with the man you want to be. You deserve to feel that energy, that confidence, that clarity that comes with self-mastery. So take that first step today. You heard me today. No more waiting, no more excuses. Unleash your power. Start today.